and welcome to Yoga with Orla. I'm Orla and this is Clusa, and I hope you enjoy the next 45 minutes of your practice today. Just once we're here, seated up, thinking of a nice straight spine. So you can put the legs out in front of you if it's too much to keep them crossed. And you can bend the knees here and keep the feet on the mat or on the ground and mat in front of you. Whatever just feels good for you today. So a comfortable seated position, and that might be different for everyone. That's okay. So once you're here now, thinking of the shin bones grounding down into the mat, shoulders back and away from the ears, like a string pulling your head up into the ceiling. Close your eyes down for another second. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. With each inhale, expanding the lungs, relaxing a little bit more. With each exhale, grounding down. Maybe the belly button towards the spine a little bit. So the abdominals are engaging. Just a little bit to help with the practice today. We can bring our hands now, maybe down into the hips here, just on the thighs, or on the knees, whatever feels good. And just begin by rolling the shoulders, nice and gentle, nice and easy. Just mentioned the snap, crackle, and pop earlier, so you don't want to hear too much of that. So if you're hearing loads of it, go a little bit slower, a little bit more gentle. Ears. The shoulders up to the ears and back and away. And then circling the other direction. And all the while thinking of the breath, thinking of the sitting bones into the mat, string pulling your head up, straightening the spine. And then circles the other direction if you haven't changed already. So if you're going back or moving forward, nice and gentle, nice and easy. And with the hands on the hips here, just being aware of body, how you're feeling. Okay. So bring the shoulders up to the ears now, and then release them away, nice and gentle. We're just gonna look over our right shoulder, really gentle, really easy. Nice little stretch here to begin with. And back to center. Looking over our other shoulder now. And back to center again. Looking up, stretching the front of the neck here. Back to center. Chin towards the chest now, looking down. Nice gentle stretch to the back of the neck. And back to center again. Lovely. Bring your hands up, inhaling them around and up, reaching. Maybe interlocking the thumbs here. You can look up at those thumbs, or you can look to the center, thinking of the shoulders now, away from the ears. Belly button to spine connection a little bit here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. I'm just going to lower the right hand down towards the mat. Inhaling up with the arm. Deep stretch and side bend here, so walking that right hand out along the mat. And just gentle stretch here, inhaling over. Maybe a little bit of movement, so whatever feels good for you. Coming up, but maybe going a little bit further. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Just whatever feels good for the body today. And then on your next inhale, come all the way back up. Linking those thumbs again. Exhale, grounding down. And inhale, reaching up, stretching up. Placing the left hand down on the mat, or if you're following me as a mirror image, just the opposite side. And we're doing the same the other side. So inhale that right arm up into the sky. And exhale, gently side stretch, side bending over. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And again, if you want to bring a little bit of movement here into it, just swaying, you can do that as well. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And we're inhaling on your next inhale, coming all the way back to center. Bring those hands down by your side. So we're going to do something similar, but just a little bit quicker. So we're going to inhale over to our right hand side. Exhale back to center. Inhale opposite direction. Exhale back to center. And inhale the other side. So just bring some warmth and some movement here into the body. Go at your own pace. Just going from side to side. Warming up the side muscles here. Warming up the back and the spine. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever done rock the boat at a wedding or a party. You're just going from side to side here. Remembering maybe a bit of the belly button to spine and abdominal connection here. And just maybe quickening the heart rate. Nice movements. And then once you're ready, bring the hands back down to center again. Deep inhale, maybe opening the chest a little bit. I know for me, if I'm doing a lot of work on the computer, I can be quite rounded over. So today, really think about your posture. Maybe you've got some bits and pieces that people have told your physio or you've noticed yourself that you need to work on. So really think of working on them today. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to come to tabletop. So you can roll over or just bring the legs out in front of you. If you have a cushion or a blanket, you can place that in the middle of the mat under your knees just to give you a little bit of extra padding. Whatever feels good for you. So in tabletop, we want to think about the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. So once we're here, we're going to do some cat and cow. So we're just inhaling, looking up, tilting the pelvis, shoulders away from the ears, belly drops. And then we exhale the opposite direction, angry cat, pushing down into those hands, chin towards the chest, rounding through the spine. And then we inhale, looking up for cow, shoulders away from the ears, belly drops, tilting in the pelvis. And then exhale, angry cat. And again, you can just go at your own pace now. So you're inhaling to look up and exhaling down, going at your own time, whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to go a little bit slower, a little bit faster. And just remembering to link to the breath. So we're inhaling to look up, we're exhaling down for angry cat. And really focus on elongating the breath. So the deep breaths will help with any stress that you might have or any anxiety this week. Really focusing on the breath. Pushing down into those hands, Hasta Bandha or hand lock. Spreading the fingers wide into the mat. All 4 fingers and palm pressing down. We're coming back to neutral now when you're ready, just in between the two. And once we're here, we're looking over our left shoulder towards our left hip or the left foot. Inhale here, and then exhale back to center. We do the same on the other side. So we look over our right shoulder towards our right hip. And exhale back to center. One more time. Inhale, looking over our left shoulder towards our left hip. Exhaling back to center. And then we do the same on the other side. Inhale, looking over the right shoulder towards the right hip. Exhaling back to center. Lovely. Bringing the feet together at the back of the mat and spreading the knees wide as the mat. You're just going back into a nice wide leg child's pose. So for some of you, you might want to put the blanket or the cushion underneath your bum here on top of your heels, and you might want a cushion in front of you here. So you're just placing the head on the mat, arms maybe out wide in front of you. And child's pose is a very good restorative posture. So it's great for reducing stress, reducing anxiety. Once you're here in child's pose, bring your awareness back to the breath again. I know I say it a lot, but it really is one of the foundations of yoga. And just really breathing here. Where's the breath? Deep inhale, deep exhale. You can bring the breath into the belly, belly breathing. throughout the practice, there will be postures we want to engage the abdominals. Then you might have it up in the lungs. And then if you lose this breathing or yogi breath, it's okay. Just coming back to it, you can breathe normally. You know, we know how to breathe within us, so you'll be okay. Inhaling, looking up now in between the hands and pressing up, coming back to tabletop. Releasing any cushion or blanket that you might have beside you, maybe putting it in front or behind or beside you. And now pressing the hands down, going to tuck the toes. We're going to come to a bent leg downward dog. So we're pressing into the hands, we're lifting the knees, belly button towards the spine, pressing those hips up into the air. And to begin, we'll keep the knees nice and bent here. For some of you, you might have quite tight hamstrings, so knees bent is really good. And you can begin by pedaling the legs here. You want to remember the shoulders away from the ears. Pressing down into those hands again, all 4 fingers and the thumb. Rolling the shoulders back. Lovely. You can go as fast as you want here, maybe a little bit quicker this morning to wake yourselves up to warm up. And your drishti or your gaze is between the legs. Spreading the legs now hip distance apart, so not together. Keeping the knees bent, you're going to start to walk the hands back towards the feet. So you should be at the back of your mat and the heels are down, knees are still bent, and you're hanging over like a rag doll. And just releasing any tension there. I'm going to turn to face you, but you stay where you are. And shake the head yes a couple of times. Shake the head no, just to release any more tension there. Big bend to the knees, lowering the head, and start to roll up through the spine. Really slowly, really easy, going through the back. Pressing down into those feet. And once you reach up, inhaling the arms, stretching up, reaching up. Exhale, lowering them down away from you. Placing the hands on the hips now, and we just start to circle those hips out. Circling in one direction. Really nice and big if you like here. And then circling the other direction. Just waking up the hips. Maybe you've been quite static all week, stuck at home, watching lots of Netflix. That's okay. And maybe it's good to move the body this morning for you. Coming back to nice center or neutral position. I'm just going to pick up the right foot and just bring some little circles with that right foot. So for some of you, you might want to keep the toes on the mat and just circle the ankle around. For others, you might want to be working on the balance here as well, so you're lifting that right foot up. Circling one way and then circling the other direction. And then gently lowering that right foot onto the mat, and we'll pick up the left foot to do the same on the other side. Just gentle circles here with the ankle, circling one way and then circling the other way. And maybe one ankle is kind of easier to circle than the other. I've had a lot of ankle injuries, so for me, they're not very smooth circles, but that's okay. Lowering the foot down onto the mat now, and spreading the toes wide on both feet. So maybe about hip width distance. So for some of you, if you're not sure, it's kind of 2 fists in between the feet. And that'll hopefully give you a good estimate. So once you're here, spreading the toes out onto the mat. And we're just gonna inhale, rolling the shoulders back, pressing those feet down. And we're gonna lift the heels a little bit up off the mat. So we're lifting the heels up, playing with the balance here. Exhaling down. If you fall out, that's okay. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the heels up again. Exhaling down. If you fall out, that's all right. And one more time. Inhaling, lifting the heels away from the mat. Exhaling, lowering down. And we're going to do lifting all 10 toes up off the mat. And your weight is shifting back a little bit here. And then see if you can spread each toe one by one back onto the mat. So starting with the baby toe, then the second to the baby, middle, and then the last 2 kind of went down at the same time for me. We'll do that one more time, lifting all the toes up away from the mat, and then spreading them down See if you can go one toe at a time, baby toe, side baby, middle, second, and big toe. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come to the front of our mats now. We're going to do a gentle sun salutation. So standing at the front of your mat to begin into Tadasana. So feet are together, maybe here, or if you want to have them a little bit of distance, that's more comfortable, you can do that. And then hands are down by your side. So really thinking here in this posture about, or this asana about your own physical posture. What are the things you need to work on? Maybe you're tucking that pelvis gently in, belly button towards the spine, shoulders back, because they kind of have a tendency to crunch over, grounding those feet down. So it's quite a basic posture, you would think, in that you're standing still, but really we have a lot to think about. We're grounding down into the feet, we're bringing the awareness up to the shoulders and thinking of a string, pulling our head up. So close your eyes for a second and scan through the body here again. How are you feeling today? What do you need to work on? Maybe you don't need to work on anything. You just want to relax completely. Opening the eyes now. And we inhale, lifting the hands up, stretching up, reaching up to the sky. Bend the knees, and we exhale, forward fold. Hands will come maybe to the thighs, to the shins, or either side of the feet onto the mat. We inhale to look up, hands maybe come to the thighs or halfway lift. Belly button towards the spine. We exhale, forward fold. For you, lowering the head here, one day, head towards the knees. Then we're going to lift the left leg and bring it to the back of the mat. So we're in a high lunge to begin with. And then spreading those fingertips onto the mat, or if you can, the hands down onto the mat. You're going to lift that right leg and bring it to join the left. So we're in a high plank. If this is too much, lower down into half plank. And once you're here, we're just going to focus on building some strength this morning. So really shifting from front to back, spreading those hands down, shoulders away from the ears, engaging the glutes, engaging the abdominals. Inhale, one more time, exhale, lower the knees. Bringing the feet onto the mat now. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, coming all the way down, chin, chest on the mat. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, looking up for gentle cobra, and exhale, lowering down. Pushing your hands into the mat. You can come through tabletop. We're going all together to join in downward dog. Pressing those hands into the mat, lifting the knees, hips into the air. And maybe for some of you, you can see you want to walk those feet a little bit closer towards the hands. So you can pedal the legs here if you like. It's warming up the spine, maybe going nice and quick if you want, if you're feeling a bit cold this morning. And then otherwise, spreading the hands past the banda, fingers into the mat. Lifting those heels up in the air, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, and then heels down towards the mat. So for me, I'm quite tight actually. The calf muscles, my Achilles, so my heels don't reach the mat. Maybe yours don't either, and that's okay. Something to work on. Just see your gaze is in between the legs. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Maybe you're pushing into the hands. Maybe your knees are still bent, working on the hamstrings. That's okay. Exhale, letting everything go. Inhale, looking up between those hands. And you're going to walk, step, jump, or hop to the front of the mat. Maybe your fingers will lift to the thighs or shins, keeping the knees bent here if you need to. We inhale, look up, halfway lift. And we exhale, forward fold, head towards the knees. And then we inhale, coming all the way up, stretching up, reaching up into the air. And exhale, hands down by your sides. Lovely. So hopefully maybe the heart rate is quickened here. We're going to do that on the other side. Well, for me, you stay where you are. So again, thinking of Tadasana, sounds easy. Shoulders away from the ears. Engage the legs here, pressing down into those feet. And we'll begin. So inhale, hands reach up, lifting up, stretching up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come down, maybe onto the thighs, onto the shins, or either side of the legs. Head is going towards the knees. We inhale, look up, halfway lift. Maybe straighten the legs here, maybe keep them bent. Exhale, forward fold, a little bit deeper maybe. And we pick up the right leg this time, and we bring it to the back of the mat, so we're in a high lunge. And spreading those fingers wide either side of the front foot, or placing the hands down into the mat. Bringing the left leg to join the right in a high plank. And again, if you're working on your core, if you want to work on the abs a little bit, you can just focus on the plank here, going forward and back. If it's too much, just lower into a half plank. Belly button towards the spine here. Lovely. Lowering the knees now, everyone. Bringing the feet to the mat. And then chin and chest lower all the way down. We exhale once we're down, and we inhale, roll the shoulders back. Look up for gentle cobra. Exhale, lower back to the mat. And then reaching back to downward dog, so you can place the hands into the mat, coming through tabletop, tucking those toes, and then bringing the hips up into the air. And again, for some of us, you might want to walk those feet a little bit closer to the hands, keeping the knees bent, keeping the legs hip width distance apart. And you can keep the knees bent, and maybe this time you want to work on straightening them. Thinking of the hips going up into the air, and the heels going down towards the mat. Spreading those hands at the front of the mat into the mat. And for some of you, maybe there's a gentle bend of the elbows here. Whatever feels good for you. Shoulders away from the ears. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Maybe inhale, heels up. And then exhale, lowering those heels down towards the mat. Your drift, your gaze is in between the legs and between the feet. We inhale, look up in between our hands, and then we walk, step, hop, or jump to the front of the mat. Once we're here, halfway lift, lifting up, and then we exhale, bend the knees if you like, forward fold. Inhale, pressing down into those feet, stretching up, reaching up, coming all the way up. And then we exhale, lowering those hands down. Lovely. So now you can stay where you are, but you're gonna bring the feet maybe about hip width distance, I'd say. We're just gonna focus on a tree pose here. So focus on our balancing. And bring the hands to the hips if you like to begin with. We're gonna start by lifting the right foot up off the mat. So you can lift the heel up, pop the knee, and then you're bringing the knee out to the side. And that right heel is going to come towards the left ankle. And then if this is enough for you today, I want you just to focus on lifting those right toes away from the mat. Spreading down into that straight left leg. Maybe squeeze the glutes here, thinking of opening up in the hips. Remembering to open up in the shoulders. You want to go a little bit further, we're bringing that foot underneath the knee onto the shin. And further again, you're picking up that foot and bringing it to the top of the thigh above the knee. So just make sure, I'm having a look at some of you in the video here, that that foot, if you're going above or below, it's not on the knee. So just to be really careful. You can bring the hands to the center of the chest if you like. Deep inhale, deep exhale, picking a point in front of you to focus on. And really spreading that standing leg down into the mat. Imagining like roots of a tree spreading out underneath the mat. And then maybe like branches, inhaling those hands up and spreading them out. So it was a lovely spring day where I am yesterday anyway. So spring is really calm when we're thinking of those trees. Those flowers opening out. Inhale, stretching up. Bring the hands back together, down to the center of the chest. And then really slowly bringing your hand maybe to the knee or to the foot, passing hold of it, and lowering it back down into the ground, into the mat. Turning the knee in, really gently placing that foot back in the mat. Lovely. So we're just going to do the same on the other side. We bend that left knee, Turning the knee out to the side, bring the left heel towards the top of the right ankle. And if this is enough, you're just focusing on lifting those toes. If you want to go a little bit further, bringing that butt underneath the knee on the shin. And further again, picking up that foot, bringing it to the thigh above the knee. Thinking of spreading that foot, that standing foot into the mat. Picking a point in front of you to focus on. Really on the balance here, you might fall over and that's okay. Just come back to the position. You might have a little dance or you can feel the muscles of the standing foot really working. That's all right. It's not much nowadays in our day-to-day that we would focus too much on the balance, but it's really great. Inhale now, stretching those hands up, spreading the arms maybe like branches of a tree. Shoulders away from the ears. Bring the hands back together. Gently lowering them down to the center of the chest. Maybe one side is better than the other. That's okay. And gently lowering the hands down, maybe grabbing hold of the knee or the foot, turning the knee in, and then gently lowering that foot down onto the mat. Lovely. So coming to the front of your mat if you're not there already. And then we're just going to keep that left leg out in front and bring it to the back of the mat. Nice. So then we're just going to do some warrior two pose here. So to begin with, if we want to think of the back left foot turning slightly in, maybe at a 45-degree angle. If it suits you better to keep it at 90, you can do that as well. And then we're going to bring the hands out to shoulder kind of height distance. We want the hips to be facing the left-hand side. We're going to bend that front right knee. And we're stretching here, looking over our right hand. Belly button towards the spine here. Straight back left leg. Maybe placing the weight, if you think, on the outside of the left foot. And keeping the body in the center. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. If you want to go a little bit further, maybe you can bring that back foot a little bit further back and bend into that front knee a little bit more. Looking over maybe the middle finger of the right hand. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Strong legs, strong arms like a warrior. So as if someone is pulling one arm one direction and the other in the other direction. Your body should be in the center, not too far forward or not too far back. Making of a nice center of the body. And then we inhale, shoulders away from the ears, pressing into that right foot, straighten the foot, bring the hands to the hips, turn that right foot in so it's looking at the left or the pigeon toes. And then we do the same on the other side, so we turn the left foot out to face the left-hand side of the mat. And then your right foot maybe comes in at a 45-degree angle, or maybe it's still at 90, whatever feels good for you. Start to bend that left knee, bring the hands up, shoulder height distance. Shoulder height distance? Makes sense in my head. You look over that left hand, spreading those hands wide, both directions. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. Lowering that left knee maybe a little bit further, making sure that the heel stays in the ground. Pressing into that back right foot. And remembering your breath if you've lost it. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe to help you squeeze the glutes here, opening up in the hips. Lovely. And then we inhale, pressing down into that left leg, straightening the knee. Bring the hands back to the hips. Turning that left foot in to face the center. And then we bend the knees and we jump the feet together. Lovely. Coming to the front of the mat, wherever you are, we're just coming down to a seated position. So you can bring yourself back down onto the mat. Grab a cushion or a blanket, whatever is close to you. If you want to place it under here to lift the hips a little bit. And keeping the knees bent here. You can have the toes facing up towards the ceiling. And I want you to place the hands underneath the thighs or just below the knees, but not on the knees. And you're going to stretch up. So thinking of the sitting bones going down into the mat, and like someone has a string pulling your head up, shoulders away from the ears. So you're going to do a forward fold here, but I want you to close your eyes. And you're going to inhale, belly button towards the spine, and then exhale, start to fold forward, so as if your chest is coming towards those knees. And then once you're here, you can start to push the legs out. So you can start to push those heels along the mat. Keeping the eyes closed here, just feeling where it's good for you today. And then the knees might still be bent, because that's enough of a stretch for you. If you can, maybe you're working on straightening those legs, but just closing the eyes, focusing on where you're feeling it today, because sometimes if we use our eyes a lot, we can judge where we are and we're harsh on ourselves. So with the eyes closed, I just really want you to feel where is good for you today. Deep inhale, deep exhale, stretching over. See if you can release any tension from that head, lowering the head down towards the legs. With each inhale, belly button towards the spine, and with each exhale, maybe going a little bit further. On your next inhale now, you're looking up, you can release the hands either side, and bring yourself back up to a strong seated position. Lovely. Bending the knees now here, placing the feet onto the mat. You can get rid of that cushion, and you're just bringing yourself down onto the mat here. Keep the knees bent, and just window wiper the legs from side to side. And go slow or maybe a little quicker, as much as you like, releasing any more tension here. Then bringing the legs back to center, and bringing that right knee in towards the chest. So clasp the hands either side of that leg, maybe just below the knee, or again, if you like, underneath the thigh. And just bring gentle circles in that right knee. So the right leg, just gentle circles, and the hips stop it here, circling one way and then circling the other direction. And then bring it back to center. We're going to aim to bring that knee towards the right armpit. Deep inhale, making space. And then exhale, drawing that knee a little bit closer towards the right armpit. If you like, you can start to stretch that left leg along the mat, picking up the toes pointing up to the ceiling. And like a wall at the bottom there that your foot is placed on. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. And then gently bending that left knee back along the mat. And lowering that right knee to join it, or the right leg. We do the same on the other side. So the left knee or the left leg, we clasp our hands just below the knee or the back of the thigh, wherever you can. And then we just bring gentle circles with that knee around the hip socket here. Circling in one direction and then circling the other direction. Really gentle, really easy. Going back to center now, and then thinking of that left knee going towards the left underarm pit. And if you like, you can start to straighten that right leg along the mat, right toes pointing up to the ceiling, as if there's a wall at the bottom of the mat there that your foot is pushing against. Inhale, belly button towards the spine, and exhale, see if you can bring that leg a little bit closer, that knee a little bit closer to the left armpit. Lovely. Bending that right knee now, bringing it back to the mat, and then bringing that left foot down to join it. Just coming nearly to the end of our practice, so we're going to do a gentle bridge pose here. Now place the hands, you're going to have a look at me to begin with, and bring the heels a little bit closer towards the bottom. Going to push into those feet and start to tilt the pelvis, lifting the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Once you're here, you can, if you like, bring the hands underneath to interlock the hands, to lift up a little bit more, and to come out really slowly, placing the hands back on the mat, really gentle, really easy through the spine, back onto the mat. So let's try that now. Placing the hands, palms down onto the mat, pushing into the feet, start to roll pelvis up off the mat into the air. Through the spine here, deep inhale, deep exhale. Thinking of the chest coming towards the chin, and then the chin lifts gently up towards the ceiling. And if you like, you can interlock those hands underneath the back, creating a bit more space, opening up the chest here. This is a nice back bend, and really back bend is about opening the chest, opening the heart. And these heart openers are said to make us happy. So I hope they're making you happy today. I hope it's not too much. And when you're ready, at your own time, your own pace, releasing the hands. Maybe you want to stay up for another breath, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, and then exhale, gently lowering down, going through the spine. And once you're down, just window wipe the legs from side to side again here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Bringing the legs now in towards the chest and just giving them a little hug. Gently now lowering the knees towards the left-hand side of the body. So the knees lower towards the left-hand side of the body. And maybe you spread the hands out wide, like a T. And you're looking over your right shoulder. We're in a gentle spinal twist here, if you can see me. If not, it's okay. Just the legs going one way, and the head is looking over the opposite direction. Deep inhale here, deep exhale. And really gently, really easy, bringing those legs back to the center. Maybe a little hug with the arms again. And we just lower the knees to the right-hand side. And stretch the arms out if you've got space. You can keep a cactus arms here as well. So bend the hands at the elbows. And looking over your left shoulder this time. So the legs are going in one direction and you're looking over the opposite direction. So just a gentle, well, it could be quite intense for some people, but it's really twisting the spine here. And spinal twists are really good for detoxifying the body. So we're twisting and we're massaging those internal organs. And once we release, we're bringing fresh oxygen and fresh blood to the places that we twisted in. Bring the legs back to the center now, maybe a little gentle hug in. And now release everything down, Savasana is our final posture. If you want to grab a cushion, you can put it underneath your head. Grab a blanket and spread it out onto the mat. Just making yourself comfy here, releasing any tension. Nice and wide, the legs are down, hands spread. Closing your eyes here. We're going to exit the practice the same way we came into it. So start by scanning the body. How is your head feeling? Your mind? Focusing on the breath. Shoulders, can you release any more tension? The chest, the belly, the hips, the legs, the knees, the shins or the calf muscles, the feet, the toes. If you want to take a deep inhale and an exhale like a opening the mouth. We can do a few of them. With each inhale, we're bringing some positivity into the body, and exhaling anything you don't need, and go of any tension you might have been holding on to. You can let go of any type of breath that you might have had and just breathe normally. You don't have to focus too much on it. I want you to imagine that you're lying somewhere lovely. So for me, it might be a beach beside the sea. And the sun is shining brightly, blue sky. Maybe you can hear the waves crashing, gentle breeze. Feeling the light of the sun now spreading through your whole body, warming you up. If you imagine that you have your own light, the center of your chest, a nice golden ball of energy, life force. If you imagine that from that center, light or golden energy is spreading out throughout your whole body. And deep inhale, maybe to absorb all of this bright light and energy. When you exhale, you're letting go of any stress, any negativity. Imagine that light is spreading up into the chest, the shoulders, the arms, and down into the hips, the legs, the feet. And just relaxing, feeling the warmth, and feeling the safety of that light and energy within you. Start to bring your awareness now back to the room. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. You can bring the hands to the center, the body, clasped together, maybe in a prayer position if you like. And placing the hands just above the heart center for kind actions and intentions. And bring the hands to the mouth for kind words, and to the forehead for kind thoughts. Namaste, everyone, and thank you for your practice today. You can stay lying down if you like, and you can relax here a little bit more. Lying on your mat here if you like. You can bring the hands together at the center of the chest. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for practice today.